2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We're live, the home of the Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And kind of rare, a battle of the pivot men tonight, Clark. What are some of the traditional things a center you think can still do to help his team win in this era of basketball?
Well, I think there are a number of things. One, you think about taking up space at both ends, being a rim protector defensively, and also quarterbacking the defense from behind the perimeter defenders is one way. And then on the offensive end, banging that glass, setting solid screens, again, using size to take up space and put pressure on the defense.
There'll always be room for the big man in this game, though, don't you think?
Oh, I don't think there's any question about it. His role changes, what all he does changes, but some of the basics never go out of style.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And there's Davis. And it's LeBron in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Tucker. On the wing, Green. Covered by LeBron. Green passes to Tucker. 6 to shoot. Chalk up 2 there. Tucker's got his first 2 points.
And though lacking some height, Kevin, Tucker has the bounce, the reach, and the strength and attitude to do damage inside.
Kuzma against Harden. LeBron James again. LeBron's got his second bucket.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
And it's Westbrook missing.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Cousins with the bucket.
You got to love how Cousins uses his size, his reach. He's more prolific on the defensive glass, but obviously a factor on the offensive end as well.
He had a nice open look right there.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And Russell Westbrook, he is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation?
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fire, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
Count it.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Now here's Rondo. Here's LeBron. Oh!
Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, ooh, wow. And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
Here's Westbrook. Over Rondo. Capella. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Mike D'Antoni for just a minute. And with this team, it's all about getting out in transition and using their team speed. He said, look, if we get a rebound, we got to be off to the races. This has to be a track meet. So we may have a wild one tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Lakers last season hoped to compete, but that wasn't the case, Clark, as we saw. They'll look to do better this season.
Well, you look at last season, end of the year, 11th in the West, learned about the direction they'll grow as a team, and played at a very high pace, and I can expect Showtime to be back in full swing this season and in the coming seasons.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. The Lakers also changing it up. JaVale McGee's checked in for Cousins. Lance Stevenson comes in for Davis. And it's Green in for Kyle Kuzma. Now here's Shumpert. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. The drive by Gordon. Here's Nene. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's James. No good off the back of the rim. Rockets have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Here's Shumpert, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Rondo against Shumpert. Outside, Green. In the corner, it's Stevenson. Pass to LeBron, and he goes right over Kenneth Faried and slams it down.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
Gordon finds Shumpert. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first. Yep, that one goes.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Shumpert against Rondo. The pass to James. Over House. And a little luck that time, but it drops. 10 points for LeBron.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Now a chance to hear shooting guard Eric Gordon talk about their key to winning.
It's all about not making mistakes, getting rebounds, and getting good stops to really push the pace up. And I think when we do that, we always are at our best.
And, Greg, nowadays it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
Nene is out there with Kenneth Faried. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Amon Shumpert. And it's House in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
Well, we know Luke Walton comes from the Warriors coaching system, was an assistant there prior to taking this Lakers position, and known for his sharpness as an offensive coach. You just make the assumption that's going down. I mean, an uncontested mid-range jumper, I think he should have buried it, but you know what? He didn't. It happens.
The Lakers in the lead. LeBron kicks to Green. Passes it to Stevenson. Chandler finds Green, and Green slams it in.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And with the Lakers wanting to play more up-tempo, it makes sense to have Walton guide the ship.
Yeah, I agree with you because he's knowledgeable, played on some really good teams, championship caliber teams. I think as he grows as a coach and as this team grows together, they could be quite a group.
Now here's Shumpert. Back to Gordon. Gordon with another miss. Los Angeles leading by 4 from past the arc. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Nene's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Gordon. Lays it up off the glass. Gordon's got his first points of the game.
And Gordon can go either guard position. He's a combo, thanks mainly to his remarkable handles.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Clark, you had a tremendous college career, excluding yourself. Give me the best NBA player from your alma mater.
Wow. I would probably lean towards Jerry Lucas as the best player coming out of Ohio State. And then you look at his pro career, it was pretty solid as well. I thought Herb Williams had a fantastic and long pro career. John Havlicek maybe would rise to the level of the best NBA player of the group that came out of Ohio State. Jim Jackson is another name. Evan Turner still playing. But I think John Havlicek probably in longevity, championships, Hall of Fame stature. I think he may be the best NBA Buckeye.
I'm going to put Clark Kellogg in there too.
Oh, I didn't play long enough.
Here's Westbrook. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Hits it from three-point range.
And Harden's three-point accuracy is lethal. I mean, he gets his shot off with such ease and quickness.
Rondo against Westbrook. Rondo dishes to Cousins. Shoots over Capella. Cousins inside. Capella's there. And that one's good. Cousins.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now here's Westbrook. Back to Harden. Outside Westbrook. Second shot opportunity. They get it again. Here's Capella, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Clint Capella has what we call raw strength, and because of that, he's able to play through contact and score the ball. Boy, and Clint Capella, C-squared, a late first-round pick in 2014, viewed by most as a project, but the analytics community ranked him highly. No surprise then that the Rockets snapped him up, and they got a steal. They love the analytics approach in Houston.
Rondo kicks to Green. Pass to Davis. Stolen by Tucker. Here's Harden. Capella, the pass to Harden. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
He kicks it to Westbrook. Over Rondo. No good on the last second attempt there.
And always good to see Rondo being active defensively, more than capable of shutting down his man.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Rockets on top, up by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. LeBron, are you getting the ball where you want to get it, and is that helping you score?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow, as well as keep myself in a good groove too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in the first half, huh? Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They battled hard in the second quarter, and it was reflected on the scoreboard. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. Sometimes you're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Day turning tonight here in the Southwest. We're in Houston. Welcome back, everyone. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at James, what a contribution.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. The Lakers trail.
You know, you look at most winning teams in this league, and there's no denying they have an identity, who they are and how they play consistently. The Rockets fall into that category, a defined style of play and pieces that fit pretty well.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Davis is out there with LeBron James. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Westbrook wide open. He fires. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And Clark, talk about the Rockets' identity, their style of play.
Yeah, it's all about the analytics, quite honestly. They're looking for drives and three-point field goals. Constant pressure on the defense. The long-range ball spaces the floor. And defensively, they're going to try to switch and keep the ball in front and deny the same three-pointers they're looking for at their offensive end from the opposition.
From downtown, and there's the foul. It will go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. Lakers trail by 3. James kicks to Cousins. Good on the shot. Cousins has got 9 points.
And, you know, DeMarcus Cousins is used to playing through contact. I mean, he's excellent at overwhelming the defense with his strength.
Inside. Tries yet again. Westbrook, no good.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Habit. It's Harden with the drive, and it goes down 2 points. 10 points for him.
Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
Poked away. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Knocked loose, and here is Los Angeles now. Rondo finds Cousins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Capella. Cousins, no good. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Houston. It's a 1-point game. And James Harden taking home the MVP award in 2018. And Clark, well deserved.
It sure was, Kevin. A career mark in scoring a league-high 30 points a game. The first player ever to drop 60 points as part of a triple-double. It certainly was his year.
The 17-footer. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds now in the game. From deep, Green. Rebound the Lakers. James wide open. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. From deep, Harden. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Timeout called the Lakers. As we take a look at the power forward position, Clark, one you know very well, who are some of the more underrated guys at that power forward spot?
Wow, underrated. You always run into some interesting names when you think about underrated. You know, I think a guy that perhaps has finally found himself with the talent that he came into the league with is James Johnson down in Miami. He does a little bit of everything, had one of his best seasons this past year. Taj Gibson, I think, is undervalued for what he brings in toughness, shooting, and defense.
Rondo sinks the triple. Rondo's got his first 3 points of the game.
And every now and then, Rondo will surprise you with the occasional triple, showing it off there with range.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. Green with the block. And Stevenson kicks to Green. The quick look, no good that time.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
Rondo against Shumpert. Goes up the baseline. That shot misses. Great D that time from Rondo. Down low, McGee dishes to Stevenson. A miss that time would have put him up.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And there it is for him.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
With 1 on the clock and the miss. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Rockets lead by 3. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Nene, Gordon out there with Kenneth Faried. Then there's Iman Shumpert, and it's Harden in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And the basket by Gordon.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
And Stevenson kicks to Green. Rondo passes to Chandler. Here's Stevenson. Outside for Rondo. Fires the 3. Drops in the tray.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Harden outside. Back to Gordon. Takes a 3. Harden's shot is off.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
They get it back. The shot's good.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. P.J. Tucker comes in for Faried. Green, he's checked in for Gordon. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Iman Shumpert. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Anthony Davis comes in for Chandler. LeBron, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Green. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
And Harden takes a lot of pride in being a hard matchup, a tough cover. I mean, he takes no time in shooting once he gets the pumpkin.
Davis in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Loads it up for Davis.
And so far, this has got that feel of a game that could be back and forth all the way.
Yeah, not a lot of separation in this one, Greg. Both teams looking for that one big run to grab momentum.
Harden kicks to Westbrook. And there's the pass to Capella. On the wing, Green. He's covered by Rondo. That shot off, and the Lakers will go the other way with it. Down low. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And it's a 3-point Laker lead.
He just lives for the moment. Rondo there coming up big time for his team when they need it most.
Shoots it, and right through it goes.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient, and he is playing to his strengths.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're in front by 1. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMarcus Cousins.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just throwing them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
Westbrook against Rondo. Shoots from 14. Rebound the Lakers. James left side. Kuzma misses the layup. And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Passes to Tucker. Capella finds Westbrook. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
LeBron, good.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
Westbrook, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the Lakers get called for the foul. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
Pass to James. With the second effort, rebounded by Capella. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
They're having a lot of trouble dealing with Russell Westbrook. He's a handful.
The feed to LeBron. And James throws it down hard.
Well, they're having major trouble dealing with LeBron.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move. Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing them deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Houston.
And really, even at this stage of his career, James just seems ageless. He continues to dominate night in and night out.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 2 here. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And that's an intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management, crucial at this time of the game.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game. Clock's ticking. They got to get up a shot.
No time to waste at all. Got to let it go fast.
Here's Rondo. No good on the triple. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. He gets the first, and that puts them up by 5.
You know, starting out in the D-League, then bouncing around the international circuit, Tucker took the long, hard road to get here.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Out to the right wing. Rondo wide open. So we see the Rockets get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Russell. Congrats on the win. How are you guys able to stay in front down the stretch?
Just try to be aggressive. And we did a good job of all game of staying aggressive. Our defense was key towards the end, and we did a good job of closing the game out.
Great effort at both ends, Russell. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.